Hey everybody, it's April, and today I want to talk about how it is possible to push yourself too hard. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit while I'm planking. Yesterday I was on my hands the whole time, so I'll do a little forearm work today. And hands. I've kind of hurt my elbow. I'll tell you about my elbows in a minute. All right, we'll start on forearms. Wrap your hands around your biceps so you have the right distance. Forearms out in front of you. You can interlace your fingers if you like. Pull your shoulders down your back, then lift your upper back, lift your chest, pull in your belly, come up on your toes, shift your weight forward slightly. The timer has begun. And then once you're in your plank, remember you want to do everything again. It's not enough just to set up that plank and say, woohoo, I'm good to go. You've got to work on it a little bit more. Press into the floor again, separating your shoulders, broadening your upper back, pulling in your belly, tightening up your glutes, pressing your heels back. So you've got it going on. We've got a nice, good plank here. I've got my gaze right at my knuckles. Everything's activated. We're already at 30 seconds. So just a little aside here. I've been working on Fridays, I usually do a little active plank where I move around and do some stuff. And the one I've been working on, I'm on my forearms a lot, and I got a little bit of a rug burn on my elbows, so they're kind of sore. So I may not be on my forearms very long. Actually, when we get to a minute, I'm going to switch to forearm side plank, and then I'm probably going to go to my hands. So yeah, I know. It's all for the good of the cause, I guess. We're at 1 minute, so I'm going to switch to side plank. Staying nice and lifted, stacking your feet if you can, pressing the sole of your bottom foot toward the floor, actively lifting your hips, reaching your top arm to the sky. That's going to help give you even more lift. Pretend like somebody's pulling on your hand. So that helps you lift, and reach. Okay, we're at 120, almost at 130. And there we go. So I'm going to switch sides. Flip my hair around. Stacking your feet if you can, or you can have your top foot in front of you. Actively lift your hips. Remember to press your bottom arm into the floor. So how do you know if you're doing too much? And there isn't a real prescription for that. There's not a true definition. But you do want to push yourself. You're always pushing yourself to do a little bit more. But make sure you're doing it gradually. We're at 2 minutes. I'm going to come up onto my hands. Remember, if you switch, you got to make sure you got that good plank going on. So press into the floor again, pulling in your belly, tightening up your glutes, make your nice long plank. You can, because the problem is if you keep pushing yourself so much where you actually hate it or you're injuring yourself, then that's not good. And I'm talking about with anything, whether it's your plank or going to the gym or doing hot yoga. If you keep doing it too much, you'll burn yourself out and then you'll get to where you won't want to do it again at all. So you have to kind of play around with what works best for you to keep you motivated and challenged, but not so much that you're hating life even when you're not doing it. And I would say, that's probably one way to know if you're doing too much and if maybe you need to back off is if you really dread it all the time. I'm going to do side plank on my hands also because I love side plank. Lifting your hips. Again, you can bring your top foot in front of you. Really reach with that upper arm. You don't want to collapse into your bottom ankle bone. Like I said the other day, collapsing is not a good word. Whether you're in yoga or whatever you're doing, collapsing is just not good. I did not think very carefully by wearing a turtleneck while I'm doing this. I'm already kind of hot. 3:30, I'm going to switch sides, flip my hair. Here we go. When I come back down, I'm going to pull my sleeves up a little bit. Keep lifting, keep reaching. But isn't it good to know that even though I do these 5-minute planks all the time, I still can work up a little bit of a sweat. I still get my heart rate going. And it's still a workout for me. And it's only in 5 minutes. So that's one of the things I love about it so much and why I'm just probably going to keep on planking until I'm just not able. So let's pull up these sleeves a little bit. Whew. Come back to your plank. If you had to come down on your knees, that's all right. Maybe you rest for a moment, pause your stopwatch, and then come back up again when you're able. maybe, you will yourself to come back up in the last 10 seconds. That's a good, I think, you can do anything for 10 seconds, and that's a good way to finish things off. But I'm reminding myself again, pressing into the floor, pulling in my belly, tightening up my glutes. My legs are activated. I'm pressing my heels back a little bit. Everything's going strong. Okay, we're coming up on the last 10 seconds. So go ahead, come up on your feet again. If you came down on your knees, you can do it. You can do anything for 10 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 5 minutes. Woohoo! I'm going to hold a few seconds longer just because I'm crazy. But again, you don't want to burn yourself out. So keep pushing yourself, but to where you're seeing results. That's another thing that helps. You're actually, you're not hating it so much every time you do it and in between. And like I said, if you're finding that maybe when you're even talking about your workout to someone, it makes you mad talking about it, you may be doing too much, or you may have chosen the wrong workout. So you have to find something that you're seeing the benefits and you don't hate, and you actually see progress while you're doing it. That's one of the things. And so there's so many things out there to try. Don't be afraid. Just keep going. You can do it. Have a great day.